Bogart scot-free in every sense of the word. I keep my hands clean, sanitized. I've been analyzing streets, found a way. Now I try to find his feet. Moutier, the lifestyle blinding me. Gotta be an angle here. It's all geometry. It was all a dream. Like the late great notorious, the road less traveled, the road less glorious.
To the abyss of these bubblegate bitches. Still I rise in the midst of demons, blocking views and pictures. On the slide of future menus, looks bright on the new venues. Press it on wax, watch the saga continue. Lessons, the fact, it's all something we've been through. Growing pains no longer holding pain, that's just something I don't do. Ventilation's a healthy process to a regimen focused with lit views. Don't fall for traps, don't be confused, don't let them get you.
What's up, everybody? Welcome in, welcome in. It is Sunday. Talk a little bit NASCAR. Got the 500 rolling through. Oh, so stoked. So this is like big, big race of the year. Yeah. I was hoping they were doing a little. They would also do a little bit of basketball today for the All-Star game, but nope. It's all good. You talk a little NASCAR, talk a little racing, talk about a little bit going left here and there.
This is better. This is better than betting on the All-Star game.
Yeah.
It's like this guy might play 12 minutes. This guy might play 10 minutes.
Well, shit. Is it Cade Cunningham won MVP on was it
Friday? The Rising Stars competition, which is just the sophomores versus the rookies.
But yeah, I mean, he was balling. I mean, that it looked pretty dope. I mean, some of these younger guys looking really, really hot. You know, looking get ready. So yeah, let's get into it. Let's talk a little NASCAR. I mean, I'm not a huge NASCAR guy, but I love racing. So this is something I'm willing to learn and willing to grow in and strive in, because yesterday, you know, UFC, like I used to watch UFC a lot when I was younger, obviously, and now I've kind of grown out of it, but now I want to get back into it because yesterday won some good money. You know, we placed in 6th place, so it was pretty good.
Yeah. Can't complain about that.
Not at all. I mean, and David rolled with us. You know, David threw our lineups in there and made some money with us. So I mean, I'm happy about that. Thanks for trusting us, David.
I mean, yesterday was pretty straightforward. So yesterday was pretty straightforward for UFC. Most of the winners did end up winning, besides Egger, which was the kind of the upset one that I called, and then actually both the women that were underdogs won. And then I guess Miller was technically an underdog and he won too, but that was like it was a close match, and he's a guy that had a ton of experience anyway, so it wasn't like a super surprise. But otherwise, it was pretty chalky, I guess you can call it.
Well, I mean, I am as excited to see like our champion that was, you know, an underdog go out there and get a knockout in the first round, like almost immediately. So that was awesome.
It was like 2 seconds. I'm like, well, the stats between those two girls, they were about the same, and she had like a better takedown percentage. I'm like, well, maybe she'll just win. Like maybe it'll go the distance, she'll win. Nope, she knocked her out right away. I'm like, cool, that works.
Hell yeah. I mean, I'm good with that. Make me money, baby. So I guess let's get into it. You know, NASCAR, obviously everyone needs to know a little bit about it. If you don't know about some of the scoring for NASCAR, what it is, you know, position matters in the race, how far back you are in the race, and obviously takeovers, how many cars you take over and stuff like that. You get points for it too. And we'll kind of go over it a little bit more as we get into setting lineups. I'll show you guys some how their scoring is and stuff like that. And obviously multipliers matter in this matter. But yeah.
Well, I mean, the biggest thing too is when you talk about the starting position and like the finishing position. So the place differential matters a lot. On DraftKings is 0.75 points for you. Like we'll just use Denny Hamlin as an example. So he starts in 30th place. If he gets to 10th place, that's 20 points, or that's 20 positions higher than he finished. So that'd be 15 points right there times whatever multiplier. He just has one multiplier, but if you play him in the captain spot, it'd be 1.5, and you get the points there. You get 0.1 points on SuperDraft for laps completed, which is kind of a big deal in this race because there is a lot of crashes. Not everybody completes every lap too, so that is a little bit of risk. And there's not like, it's not like we mentioned a little bit yesterday, but it's not like we know which drivers are going to crash more likely or not. And there's usually one big crash that knocks out a good chunk of people too. And then you get, God, what was it? What was the other one? Oh, for laps led, if you lead a lap, you get 0.2 points. If you lead multiple laps, however you say, let's just say you had 50 lap lead that you led, and you get 0.2 points for that, so you get like 10 points. And then you obviously can times that by the multiplier, and then whatever place you finish in, you get a certain amount of points too. But with the place differential that we were talking about too before, so We used Denny Hamlin as the first one, so we'll just use Kyle Larson since he's starting in first position. To say he finishes 11th, then he actually gets negative points for every position he falls back, essentially. So if he finished in 11th, he'd go 10 times 0.75, be negative 7.5 points. So you got to pick and choose real closely there. But like if you're playing a guy like Kyle Larson, you're hoping that he leads a lot of laps, even if he doesn't finish in first place because he's starting in first place.
But on top of that, you also got to remember you got to take that times their multiplier.
Yeah.
That's
yep. So with SuperDraft, you already got the regular DFS element for kind of the scoring, and then you got to take the multiplier and kind of factor that into, which is honestly a little bit of the trickiest part with this too, just because there's so many different little factors too.
Yeah, like you could, take the risk, like, on DraftKings or any other DFS platform, you're paying these salaries and nothing about their salary affects you. Well, I mean, if you take that risk on that lower player and that lower player does well, that's awesome. If that lower player does bad, it doesn't really affect you. But if that lower player in this with a little higher multiplier does bad, it does affect you. So taking the risk sometimes rewarding. I mean, yesterday it definitely paid off.
Yep. So obviously you're probably looking at mixing some guys in, some guys that are starting towards the top, that could lead some laps, some guys in the middle that are probably gonna, finish better than, like, say they start 18th and they finish top 8, top 10. That gets you a little bit there. They might have some laps led, some laps completed. You just look and they have a decent multiplier there. And then you're looking at the guys at the back of the pack that can make a major move up. And then hopefully you pick the right guys that don't crash too.
An unknown. That's the best part about it and worst part about it.
Well, and even with the guys at the back of the pack too, if they crash, so say they crash, so like we'll just use Eric Almirola. He's starting in 38th position. So even if he crashes and he gets 30th place, at least he still finishes 8 points higher than he started. So you still get a little bit of points there.
Yep. And obviously, you get more points if you win, but
yeah, more points if you win, more points if you get all the laps completed, more points if you finish higher than you start.
Correct. So yeah, I mean, let's kind of talk about some of your guys you got here on this notes.
So I think Denny Hamlin's probably going to be one of the most popular ones. He starts in the 30th position. So obviously you have that big point differential because he's probably going to finish in the top 10. He's been top 10, I think, the past 4 years. Won 2 of those years as well. So he's going to be a very popular one. He was in champion spot in 2 of the pro pick lineups as well. And I believe he was in all 5 of the pro pick lineups. So probably a guy that you're just going to chalk in your lineup right away. After him, we got Kyle Larson, who's starting in that first position. So like I mentioned, if he's there at 1X, you really just hope he leads a lot of laps and he finishes, at least in the top 5 to really pay off for that. So maybe he's a guy you want to go after. Maybe he's a guy you want to fade just a little bit because he's only got that 1X multiplier. Man, he's starting in first position. So if he doesn't finish in first, he's going to lose a couple points there at least. And especially if he doesn't lead as many laps as we would hope. Let's see. David came in here. He said Dylan, Logano, Byron. I think that's just supposed to be Denny Hamlin and then Reagan. So that's pretty similar to one of the pro pick lineups. I do know Reagan was a guy that had one of them. He finished top 10 a couple of years ago. He's a guy that's starting towards the back of the pack. He's got a decent multiplier. He's not a guy that I was looking at personally, but I don't have a problem with it either at the same time. Let's see where we at. So Ryan Blaney is a guy that could probably lead a lot of laps starting in the 7th position, 1.05x. Chase Elliott's up there. Chase Elliott obviously finishes pretty high in most races. He starts in 11, so you could get a little bit of place differential there. Maybe leads a couple laps too. 1.05 could definitely do worse. Joey Logano, 20th starting position, 1.05 as well. So you got some room to move up there. It's a guy that's raced pretty well on this track before, so he's going to be pretty popular. He's pretty popular on the pro picks. Don't really have a problem playing him there. Will Byron was another guy that was pretty popular on the pro picks. He's had some decent finishes here. He's probably not a guy I'm going after particularly myself, but I don't think I wouldn't have a problem if you did play him either. Then we got Kevin Harvick. He's 1.1. He starts in 22nd position, so kind of middle of the pack there. He's got some room to go up. He's had some decent finishes here before, so wouldn't be surprised if he's in one of the better lineups today. Austin Dillon was one of the most popular ones because he starts 36th. He's got 1.15 multiplier. He's going to be really popular. Him and Denny Hamlin probably going to be the most 2 popular ones on SuperDraft at least because he does have that room to go up, and he obviously won here like 4 years ago. Then we got Ricky Stenhouse Jr. He starts in 18th, so he's kind of one of those ones in the middle of the pack. He's got an okay multiplier at 1.15. Got some room to go up. Has had some success. He's raced decently well here before, so it could be a lot worse. He's a guy that definitely mix and match in a couple lineups if you're playing multiple lineups. Eric Almirola was a guy that I'm surprised is not in the pro picks just because he starts in 38th. He's got 1.15 multiplier. He's raced decently all right here before. He won one of the duels last year. So he's going to be a guy I'm going to play a lot of just because he starts in 38th position. It's a way to get off of, so if everybody else is trying to kind of playing Dillon or Hamlin, maybe it's a way to get off of one of those and just kind of mix and match two of those three in different lineups. Especially with SuperDraft Pro, if you're on the Elite, you get 3 different lineups now. So
yeah, make sure you're getting that in. So if you're in the Elite, you have the Elite, the Premium, and the Basic. So technically, you have 9.
Yep, 3 apiece.
Yeah, 3 apiece. So it's a new thing that they just started this week. So you just gotta try to take advantage of it.
Then we get down to Chris Buescher at 1.2. He is one of my favorite guys for this one. I kind of like him to lead the most amount of laps during the race. He starts in the 4th position, so there's not much room for him to go up. But I think the kind of the key card there is just leading for laps, and he's finished top 10 here before 2 of the past 4 years. So there, I don't know, it's not too bad of a play there. The other 2 years he got involved in a wreck too, so there's a little bit of risk to it. But I don't think he's the guy that's really caused the wreck either, so
that's what sucks.
Yep, but it's going to happen at some point. Some of these guys are going to get knocked out. But at 1.2, he starts pretty high. I know before they didn't have the starting positions quite updated, and before he looked really good because they had him at 26th and he was starting 4th. I was like, he would have been auto captain in that case, but guy looked pretty good. Michael McDowell's after him at 1.2. I didn't have him in here initially when I was trying to run through some stuff, but he's had some pretty good success here. Obviously ended up winning kind of the shortened race last year where there's a bunch of crashes and everything too. Starts in the 6th position, so there's not too much room for him to move up. So that's kind of my concern with him, but if you want to play him, I don't think it's the worst thing in the world either. Then they got Cole Custer, 1.35. He starts in 31st. He's got some room to go up. He's probably a guy that's going to finish like middle of the pack, though. So there's a little bit of room there. Obviously, you're banking on the multiplier. If you get lucky and he gets in the top 10, then he's probably somebody that really helps you. I know he's in at least one of the pro pick lineups. Ty Dillon finished top 10 here 3 or 4 years ago, I think it was. He's kind of based on what I've heard, at least, he's kind of an aggressive driver. So he's either going to finish pretty high or he's going to wreck out. There's no in between. So if you want to bank on him at 26, he's at 1.45. You could definitely do it. We got Corey LaJoie after that, who's 1.45. Starts 24th. He's got a couple top 10 finishes here. I think he got 11th last year. So definitely a guy that has some success here. Good multiplier as well. And he actually wasn't in any of the pro pick lineups, which is a little bit surprising.
Yeah, I mean, I like that. I like that
with the multiplier. I think I'm playing him in one of my champion spots in one of my lineups at least, and then I'm playing him in like a flex spot in at least one other lineup. So I think he's a guy that's pretty interesting, at least at the very least. And then after him was Noah Gragson, who's a 1.65, starts in 39th. He's got by far like the highest multiplier on the slate of anybody that has a chance to do something. And like the thing is with this race too, with how many crashes there typically are and how many drivers get knocked out, when you're starting 39th, if you can just finish the race, you're probably going to get up to like 22nd at least. So you got 17 spots there. So that's a little bit of something at the very least. And then you take that times the 1.65, as long as he stays out there, then he's going to look all right.
I don't mind that, actually.
Yeah. So I think there's definitely a lot of upside with some of these high multiplier guys. There's also a little bit of risk, but like I said, if you get a high multiplier guy that's starting towards the back of the pack, and if they just finish the race, they're going to help you. In terms of the pro pick lineups, so the first one they do have is the champion with Denny Hamlin. Then they have Joey Logano, Will Byron, Austin Dillon, Chase Elliott. Pretty fair lineup there. They're a little bit lower multipliers. That's the only thing you can say about that lineup. Then we have Austin Dillon, champion spot, Joey Logano, Will Byron, Denny Hamlin, and then Reagan. So Reagan's like the high multiplier one in there. Obviously, he did have the one top 10 finish in the past 4 years, but other than that, not too much. Denny Hamlin, Joey Logano, Bubba Wallace, they do like a little bit too as well. Austin Dillon, and then Gragson. So Gregson's the higher multiplier guy there. And then for the fourth one, it was Austin Dillon, Will Byron, Denny Hamlin, Bubba Wallace, and then Cole Custer. So Custer's a little bit higher multiplier one there. Starts in 31st, probably gets you in around the 20th position most of the time. And then Dillon, Logano, Hamlin, Custer, and Gragson. So that one has a little bit more upside just based on the multiplier because they have Custer and Gragson there together. So you know, it's an interesting slate, honestly. Top tens. I just did the top tens for the past 4 years. So last year we had McDowell, Elliott, Dillon, Harvick, Hamlin, Ryan Preece, who's not racing this year, Ross Chastain, Jamie McMurray, who's not racing this year, Corey LaJoie, and Kyle Larson. And then, so LaJoie was top 10 last year. He must have been 11th one of the other years.
He's been in there a couple times. So it's like,
yeah. Then 2020, Denny Hamlin won. Ryan Blaney was second. Chris Boucher, and then that was the Reagan year. And then we got Harvick, Clint Boyer, and Grog. I don't even know how to say that name, but those guys aren't racing. And then we got Corey LaJoie, Ryan Newman, who's not racing, and then Kyle Larson. 2019 was Denny Hamlin, Kyle Busch, Eric Jones, Joey Logano, Michael McDowell. That was the Ty Dillon year. Kyle Larson, Ryan Preece, Jimmy Johnson, Ross Chastain. So obviously Preece and Johnson are not racing.
mm-hmm.
And then 2010 was when Austin Dillon won. Then Darrell Wallace, who's not racing, Denny Hamlin, Joey Logano, Chris Boucher, Paul Menard, that's not racing, Ryan Blaney, Ryan Newman, who's not racing, Michael McDowell, and then AJ Allmendinger, who's not racing. He's been doing like the truck racing or something else
Mm-hmm.
this year.
No, I mean, so now looking at this, you know, Dillon's kind of an all right pick because he's been, you know, let's see, that's different Dillons though.
Yeah, so there's Austin Dillon, there's Ty Dillon. Ty Dillon's got one top 10. Austin Dillon, I think, has 2. Logano's done pretty well. Denny Hamlin's done pretty well. I kind of like Kevin Harvick. Kevin Harvick's name's in there a couple different times too, you know, and he's kind of starting in the middle of the pack, and he's a way to get a little bit different, like, because he's starting 22nd. Like, if you want to get off of Will Byron, which seems like everybody's playing, who's one spot behind him, and he's got a 0.05 higher multiplier, I think Kevin Harvick makes a lot of sense in that situation.
Yeah, I mean, I'm looking at this too. Yeah, I like Harvick. I think that's somebody we're going to play. I like LaJoie. That's somebody we're going to play. Hamlin, obviously, somebody we're going to play.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see here. And I guess from there we can kind of build around that.
Yeah, I like Almirola a lot too, just because he's starting so far back. There's different ways you can build everything too.
All right, well, let's get building.
Speaking of Kevin Harvick, I'm going to put him in one of my lineups.
All right, here we go. Here we go. And then if you're new to SuperDraft, you know, so SuperDraft is definitely interesting. Definitely different than anything else that I've seen before.
Yeah.
For a DFS platform. But, you know, let's go home. Let's go to the home screen. Mm-hmm. So if you're here and you're on the subscription side, I mean, all of it's together. You can play all the cash games as well on the cash side. But, yeah, you basically come down here and you'll see your subscription stuff. And then it'll all be right here. So today's subscription games are here. Boom. And I'm sure they'll show stuff for tomorrow as well.
Yeah, it'll probably be later in the day, though, since it's still pretty early. We don't have any basketball, so I just assume tomorrow's going to be a hockey. It's probably the only thing going on.
Yeah.
God, it'd be nice. It'd be really nice if we had like college basketball or something now, because otherwise we're going to have a lot of hockey this week probably. Because it'd be hockey. Hockey's probably going to be Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and then golf on Thursday. And then we'll get NBA back on Friday.
Yep. Yeah, I like doing this golf slate.
And then Saturday we probably end up with UFC again, and then maybe NASCAR on Sunday again. We'll see.
So let's just do our kind of, you know, not super risky, but obviously we always like taking a little risk.
Yeah.
So I'm going to throw Hamlin in there.
Yeah, so Hamlin, probably like LaJoie. Probably, I like Amarola a lot just because he's starting 38th, and the pro picks don't like him. So I think him and Harvick make a lot of sense there, and then they kind of just get down to the last spot of what you want.
Who was the other guy you said?
Let's see I gotta make your thing bigger. I can't see. So Kevin Harvick, Eric Almirola, 1.15.
All right, let's see who else we can get in here.
Yeah, so right now, we kind of have a little bit of a high multiplier already in LaJoie. We got Harvick and Almirola, so it's kind of like, what do you want?
Logano.
Yeah, you can do Logano. He's He's gonna be pretty chalky though too. But like I think that's fine because we already have the differentiation points in like LaJoy. Like I think LaJoy's gonna be more popular than the pro picks have him, but I don't think Almirola should be more popular. But if if the pro picks are steering people away from Almirola and Harvick, then obviously they could be pretty good. So I think you can put Logano in there. I don't have a problem with that.
Let's see here. All right, we went Hamlin as the champion, then LaJoy, Harvick, Almirola, and Logano.
If I had to guess, I think Hamlin will be the most popular champion spot today.
Oh, for sure.
Dylan might be out there just because of the pro picks, but at least for me, I put so these are the 3 champions I'm using because made 3 different lineups myself ahead of time. So I'm putting Almirola in one of my champion spots. I'm putting Denny Hamlin in one of my champion spots. I'm putting Corey LaJoy in my other champion spot. So for the 3 different lineups that I'm running out there. But, I got a good mix of Denny Hamlin, Joey Logano, Kevin Harvick, Chris Buescher. Who else am I playing? Ricky Stenhouse Jr. and Gregson. Those are like my main core and just kind of mixed around for the 3 different lineups at least.
I mean, have to have you have Hamlin in all your lineups, don't you? Or you?
Yeah, I think so. It's just he's starting in 30th. Like it's really hard not to. So you just switch to the captain spot in that one. I mean, if you want to get a little different, I mean, you could take Harvick or Logano out and put like Stenhouse Jr. in if you want. He starts 18th and he's like what 1.15,
Yeah.
And then I mean you can go with that even if you want to, and then maybe we can make a little bit riskier one on the last one or something.
LaJoy in the champion spot.
Yeah, you can do something like that and then make it a little bit riskier. Put like LaJoy, Gregson, and something else.
Let's see here.
If you really want to get risky, you could put LaJoy in the captain or in the champion spot, play Gregson and Ty Dillon together. But
Ty Dillon?
Yeah, Ty Dillon. He's the risky one, and then Gregson. So you could do a whole bunch of high multiplier guys there.
I'm not mad at that.
And I mean, after that, I'd probably just go with like
Hamlin.
You go with Hamlin or probably Hamlin, and then you probably go with somebody that's going to lead a lot of laps. So Kyle Larson, Ryan Blaney, or Buescher, but I like Buescher. And he's got the highest multiplier of those 3 too. So
yeah, I mean, I like it.
Well, it's just like if you're betting on like people to lead a lot of laps, it's probably Larson, Blaney, or Buescher. It could be somebody else towards the top, but those are the 3 that I like, at least for a super draft perspective.
No, I definitely like it. I feel like this should be. I mean, yesterday our risky one is the one that made the money.
Yeah, I mean, like, so here's the thing: like, if Dylan doesn't crash, if the 3 guys that are a little bit risky, as long as they finish the race, it should be fine. And then like Denny Hamlin's still probably gonna be good. Like if Denny Hamlin's good, it probably doesn't win, but he's still probably towards the top. As long as this is the biggest thing today is just make sure you guys don't crash. But we have no control over that. We're just putting guys in and hope they don't crash, essentially.
All right. So as you guys can see here, these are all my elite ones. So I have 3 of them for the elite. And then I go back into the lobby. Make sure you're going into your premium. If you have, if you're on the elite subscription, like I said, you have all 3, premium and basic as well. So what I like to do is I just keep all of them the same pretty much, So I'll have 3 lineups that'll go through all 3 of the different, premium, elite, and basic.
Yes, sir.
Oh, yeah, it'll be interesting. I'm going to have to flip this on and watch.
Probably put a little bit on. Probably put some little bit of golf on today too.
Yeah, I got 5 golfers through, so I'm pretty happy about that. Let's see what happens today. I didn't even look and see what happened yesterday. I should have been paying attention, but we will see what happens.
Yeah.
As long as
I'm
it
hoping
makes
my
sense.
draft.
As long as it
I
makes
just hope
sense.
my DraftKings lineups finish strong. Well, Scott's 300 today, but he blew it on the back nine yesterday. He was 300 going in the back nine. Mark Leachman's 1 over. What the heck? Russell Henley's 1 over. And Cage Lee's 1 over. This lineup's falling apart.
Yeah, we'll pull
But
mine up in a second too.
This is gonna be the highest scoring game for golf, or the highest scoring day for golf too, because like they made the pinhole locations harder and the weather's a little bit rougher than it was the other days, at least.
No, I think that this whole setup this time through for this course was harder in general.
Well, there's a lot of guys that had good days or finished really well on certain days and stuff too, but the last day they really tried to make it a lot more difficult.
And I think, well, that's the reason that I really wanted to go with. That's the reason I really wanted Fitzpatrick to play, because if he would have played, man, he's the guy that does well in like, harder situations.
Yeah. Spieth's blowing it again today.
Yeah, we already called that. We called that.
I mean, so the thing is, this course is really interesting. So Joaquin Niemann's led the entire 3 days so far. So he's led wire to wire. But the last person to win wire to wire on this golf course was 1969.
69, dude.
But it hasn't happened in, what's that, 42 years, right?
Yeah.
50. No, it's 52, right?
Yeah. Yep.
My math. Yeah, my math's
I'm
right.
bad at math, so you're asking the wrong person.
I had to like do it in my head. I'm like, wait, 50. So it hasn't happened in 52 years. That's crazy to think about.
So Adam Scott's doing, he's in what, 5th? Got Morikawa. Dude, Molinari's in fucking 63rd. Dude, come on, man.
Yeah, he kind of blew it, but
that's all right. No, I mean, this team is doing okay. It's just the only thing that sucks about Cantlay is the 1 times multiplier. It hasn't really done much.
Yeah, I mean, he did more last couple of days, at least, at the very least. So Morikawa kind of blew it yesterday.
Let's see. Let's look and see at this team.
Yeah, that was Smith, Thomas. What's Thomas doing today? Is he started yet today or not? 1 under, 3 or 4.
Yep.
Yeah, Hovland's 1 under. Yeah, so he had Neiman, so he had Neiman, Scott, Hovland, and Thomas together. Like, that was really good. Tony Finau is just, God, he's 3 under the 1 day and then he punted it away.
It's Finau, though. That's he ends up doing. He does that. I mean, I love Finau, man. Last year he was like always in like top 5, and then it was just like you never get a win, and then like now
he can't putt. There's like he just gets like to like he'll just do like a whole day where he just can't putt to save his life.
Yeah, I mean, I was really banking on Molinari having the home field advantage like Morikawa, but it's not. I mean, with the multiplier, it's not bad. I mean, let's see. Double bogey kills. I mean, he had a bogey free round, which is nice. He had an eagle, which is nice. Birdies. I mean, just playing kind of conservative.
He was bogeyed a bunch. He was 3 over like the 1 day, I think, right?
Yeah, +3. But yeah. So I mean, if he would have had an even day like that, I mean, today he's already -2, which is nice. So
well, the worst part is like Adam Scott was 3 under yesterday, like after 12, and then he like blew it.
It happens. Like I said, it can take all it takes is 1 hole.
Yep. That's what happened with Dustin Johnson. He go sand trap to sand trap to sand
trap. Bad to worse, baby.
Next thing you know, you got a double bogey.
Yeah, I'm excited. I mean, what do we got for next? What's the next tournament? What's next week? I think it's the Honda, right?
I think so.
Yeah, that's gonna be a fun one because a lot of people do well there.
Yeah,
it's in Florida, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, they moved to Florida now.
From West Coast to East Coast, big change.
Yeah, this is where you start seeing some of the guys fall off. Like, it's so weird, like, because like there's the guys that will like only do good on the West Coast, and then they'll like go over the East Coast. They're just like, I don't know what happened.
And then if you look up here, guys, like you can see like what's available. So these are all the sports that are going to be available, and whenever they are available to play, they're highlighted in their color. Like you can see right now, NHL and NASCAR are what's available.
Yep, those are the ones that are only going on today. So
correct. So I mean, we've already played in poker ones before. Like they sent out when this kind of came out, they sent out some free ones to play, which was kind of cool. We played college football already this year. We played a little bit of basketball. Obviously, we're still doing that. Football, golf, but MMA. So that was yesterday, which is pretty sweet. But the big three is like their big sponsor, one of their bigger sponsors. So that should be fucking fun this summer.
Can't wait to play some big three.
Yeah. But I really hope they get. So there's supposed to be some big stuff coming for the NCAA, March Madness bracket. They're going to be doing some kind of bracket. So we should see how that goes, because hopefully they don't do it as like an eliminator, because if you don't do well in the first round or whatever. Because I've played in some brackets where I didn't do well, but choosing the person who wins, choosing the team that wins and goes all the way, that definitely helps. But they should do something where they branch off. Like, obviously, if you have scored this many points, then you would just go to this bracket. I don't know.
There's so many different ways to do brackets too, and I know like my buddy, he like his family one, because they're gonna have it. Like I was supposed to be in it the 1 year, and then they're like, "Oh no, we only want family in it now." But they do one like if you pick the underdog, like, and you get it right, and you get like 1.5 points instead of a point. So if you pick the winner, you get a point, but if you pick the underdog and they win, then it's 1.5 points.
And I didn't even look to see what happened on our lineup for last night for hockey. David, let me know what happened, because I usually play some of that other stuff over on my girls.
Oh, there's a hockey. You did a hockey
last night?
We just
played that. He asked me for a lineup last night. I just gave him one.
He said, "Can we take a look at hockey for tonight?" For the
people?
people?
We're gonna do that too. But yeah, we had one last night. I want to see how it went.
Yeah,
because he asked me and I didn't see his message for a while, so I had 20 minutes to just scour through real quick and look and see what was going on. So we can definitely look at some hockey.
Yeah, pull it up. I'm just pulling up RotoWire to see if there's anything noteworthy.
Oh shit! I mean, it starts at 3.5 hours, which is
it starts at 5, right?
Yeah.
Or 4. 5 Eastern it starts at. Ooh, that Ottinger guy is starting at goalie again for Dallas. So he's still got a really high multiplier. And they're playing against Arizona, who's like 12-33. So
let's see here. Let's see what they got for contests. Because I won some money yesterday, so maybe I'll throw something to like $5 on something. I don't want a 50-50s. I want to win some money. And you guys can see here with the contest types, they have, the amount of entries. Obviously, it's like everything else, but there are some other contests too. Here's the champion. Here's a champion one. No contest though.
Oh. Yeah. Oh, that's just if you're starting by different ones. They do have.
I want to see if they got a champion one of them though.
Yeah, they do have the salary cap, but I looked at salary cap once, and the prices are just like super crazy here.
Well, it's 80,000 for the salary cap.
Yeah.
So let's see what kind of games they got here.
So that Ottinger guy is starting at goalie tonight for Dallas again. They're playing against Arizona, who has been terrible, and he's a 2x multiplier. So he's probably the goalie to play tonight. Let's just put it that way.
There we go. Is it winner takes all? $5 to win 15. I don't know.
It's just a 3-man contest.
It's a 5-man contest.
This guy ain't even on the goalie list. I don't think. Gustav. Oh, I bet you I know what it is. Maybe. They don't have the 5 o'clock game, do they? Or the 5 o'clock Eastern game on the slate. It's just the 7 o'clock. Okay, that's what it is. I'm like, why isn't this guy on the goalies? Okay.
All right, let's get in that $5 one. Yeah, I don't like playing these 50-50s because you only win like $9.
Oh, they only got the 7 o'clock game slate. Okay. How many games are actually on this slate? So just 3?
Let's see.
Oh, it says 4.
Yeah, it says, let's see. It says, yeah, 4 games. Buffalo. Let's see. All right, let's see here. So it's a full lineup.
Oh, okay. So the guy that is the goalie tonight for the Blue Jackets is also a 2x multiplier. Berube.
Berube.
Berube. However you pronounce that. Because there's 4 confirmed goalies already. Mike Smith is confirmed for Edmonton. He's at 1.25. And then Capo Cacoan.
Well, it's not loading because it's usually when it
1.35.
doesn't load, they don't have minutes to fucking goalie.
Who?
When their points don't load up here, when their stuff doesn't load.
Yeah. So essentially, there's 2 goalies that are 2x. Let's see. The other expected ones.
And they're really far behind on the stats, which is crazy.
Yeah, they're like a week behind on hockey. Craig Anderson's 1.45. He's expected goalie.
And I'm gonna get Austin on here at some point, but he actually has some good websites for like starting goalies. So like you'll know who's starting and stuff. It'll say who's
so the expected starting goalie tonight for Arizona is a 2x2, but they kind of suck. So
well, I mean, Ottinger sounds good, you know, but
yeah, so Ottinger's fine, and then the Berube guy maybe. But I'd probably just play Ottinger because we already know what he is.
Yep. And they're playing against less difficult team.
They're playing against one of the worst teams, apparently. So who's this?
26th place, he said.
For what?
Our lineup.
Where's this goalie at? For
I want to see what I finished in my.
They expect yeah, I wouldn't play that guy either. So for Las Vegas, the Knights, this Robin Lehner is supposed to be the goalie tonight. SuperDraft still has him listed as out, but Brosai, when we've been playing the last couple games for Las Vegas, he's been the goalie, but it looks like this guy must be just coming back.
And he's probably sucking, huh?
What? No, it's literally like his first game back. So I just play Ottinger. Is what I would do at goalie, at least.
Dang, what's up, Ronald? You know, NASCAR starts in a minute.
In a minute. You got 1 minute.
I still appreciate you being here, Ronald. Always appreciate you coming through. You're the man. So we're going to talk a little. I mean, we'll talk a little hockey right here. We'll set a lineup. I'm good with that. Like, I don't know a lot about hockey, but we've been doing fairly all right.
Ottinger seems like he's a pretty good play.
Yeah, I mean, I like that. I mean, if we're thinking, you know, logically, it's a good play. Let me see here. History. Yeah, mom. What?
Yeah. We had at least, I don't know if it was the same lineup that we played, but when we played the main set the other night, I had both the right defensemen, at least, because Josie had a good night and the other guy had a pretty good night too.
What it was not playing both goalies when we thought, you know.
Oh, that was a couple of nights ago.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's the thing that sucked was that. If you don't play, like, when it's just a 1-game slate and, you know, it's supposed to be 6.5 over under, and it only goes to 2 points, you know, obviously the goalie is better.
Hey, man, I said I ain't playing no more goalies, and then that's what happens.
Yeah, because we did, I mean, when we didn't play goalies that 1 week, shit, we were like fucking top 10.
Do you want to play this Hens guy? Did he do anything last time?
And your homie Dan says, SuperDraft.
Woo.
Did you get your man Dan signed up at least on the free and fun?
I got to check in with him, see if he ever got through.
Yeah, you got to get on there, Dan, because
I know you're
coming. We're gonna start doing our own. So we're gonna start doing our own like contests here soon. Greg and I are gonna get together. We're gonna start doing our own contests.
So let's see. You want to play Zuccarello?
Yes.
1.8.
I played him last night. Let's see. I want to see where my lineup must not have played.
You want to play Robertson too? 1.95. He's been doing
Get
decent
in here.
at wing. Zuccarello and Robertson.
At wing.
Yeah. Robertson's been one.
Love Zuccarello.
And then Robertson 1.95. He's been doing all right.
And so what sucks is like the shit's far behind. They need to get this updated.
Oh, that's
some history.
Yeah.
And the cool thing, I mean, like if this was updated, like it's cool because you can actually go back and see what they did. Like I love it.
Yeah. It's just for whatever reason it's a little bit slow on the hockey side. Hill knock and walk around the first round, put us in the money. Yeah. Well, I think a lot of people had Hill, but that Egger knocking out that other girl in the first round, that was big.
It's huge.
Especially because the pro picks love that Clark girl too. She's in 4 or 5 lineups.
Yeah, Hill, it was as soon as
I don't know who to play for the last wing yet, okay? I'm gonna look at FanDuel and see what their prices looks like for the wings and then kind of go from there.
Let's see.
What? Apparently it signed me out of FanDuel.
What? It doesn't like you now. It's like you are playing SuperDraft now, boy. Can't be on our.
I don't even know what my password is for FanDuel.
Uh-oh. All right, let's see here.
I misspelled my password, by the way. So
Fiala's playing tonight. Yeah, I like Fiala, but let's see.
Log in with Facebook. Never mind.
That's 8 days ago. That's so crazy that they don't update this shit.
Yeah, it's like a week old. Hold on. NHL full roster, whatever. Tournaments. So wings. We need another wing. Was that Pacioretty guy that we like too? Is that the one guy?
Pacioretty?
Yeah. What's his multiplier now? He's expensive on FanDuel. Oh, wait. Minnesota, right? Do we have the Minnesota? Is Minnesota on this slate or not?
Yeah, that's Zuccarello's that plays for Minnesota.
Yeah. We're going to play Pacioretty. What's the multiplier in that? Kaprizov?
Kaprizov?
Because last time he used 2x and he scored a goal.
Yeah, Kaprizov's crazy.
2x? Shit, we're playing him.
So scored a power play goal on 4 shots, dished an assist.
Yeah, he had a goal and goal, assist, a power play goal, and then the game before that he had 2 assists. The game before that he had 2 goals and an assist, and the game before that he had a goal and 8 shots. And yeah, so he scored a goal in 4 straight games, at least one.
I like assists too. So assists are 8 power plays. So like if they get time in power play,
3, 4, 5. He scored a goal in 5 out of the last 7 games, and he's had an assist in one of the other ones too. So he looks pretty good, especially at 2x. How is he 2x still?
Shots on goal. I think that really helped.
Yeah, but
Burnsy?
What?
Burns. Brent Burns. This dude's a baller. He like beats the shit out of people.
His multiplier sucks.
Yeah, I know. I mean, 1 point. It's because he's one of the top players at his position.
Yeah.
Power play assists, six block shots. Block shots, 5 shots on goal, assist.
Let me see.
But I mean, he must have been injured or something because here's a big void here.
Maybe. Where was I at? So we're looking at defenders now?
Yeah, defenders.
Okay.
Yeah, I like Brent Burns. I like him as a player.
He's the 3rd most expensive defensive player on FanDuel. What's Fox and Wierzinski at? Do Fox first, I guess. Oh, never mind. He's not in that slate apparently. WERAE.
WER.
Yeah, what's he at? 1.5. That's not bad. He's the 2nd most expensive on FanDuel.
2 assists, 3 shots on goal, 2 block shots. What's PIM? Points.
What?
PIM.
He had 2 assists, 3 shots last time. He had 1 goal the game before that.
All the infraction minutes.
Oh, so yeah, he's played really well the last 4 games apparently, and even before that, he's been like okay. Like he doesn't have bad games. It don't look like, at least on the FanDuel scoring.
Well, wasn't the Blue Jackets one of the goalies that you had, like you were talking about possibly playing?
Yeah, because he was 2x too.
I mean, this guy's. Let's see here. In the last 5 days, at least what they have, 2 games on here. Scored a goal on 3 shots and went -3. That's something I don't like, the -3 shit.
What's -3? Oh, is that
you want plus? I'm pretty sure in hockey you want plus ratings.
Oh, yeah, it's probably just the rating when they're on the court or on the ice.
Yeah, they don't.
Yeah, thing for basketball.
Yeah, see, plus or minus, you don't want that. You want plus. The shots on goal, like here, let's see if they have like where's the details. All right, so 0.25 points for shots on goal, which is nice. Or the blocks are what you want. You know, blocks are 1 point. Assists. Goals, obviously, is what you really want. But assists and goals and like block shots are nice. And goalies, obviously, every time they get scored on, they lose points.
Yeah.
The win is +6. You got to remember, you got to take that times your multiplier, too.
Yeah.
All that has to be times your multiplier.
Yep. Is this guy good? Ooh, that guy's been like all over the place. Maybe he's got a high multiplier, though. What's Borchard's multiplier? BOUC.
And Ronald says you want the graph to look the opposite of that, though. Yeah.
Sliding down with 1 spike game. Yeah. Well, yeah. The hard part is it's only 4 games, and they're still missing the past week, too.
Yeah, it happens. And, like, this isn't as updated, so, I mean, it's like a week and a half behind. Let's see.
Ooh, this guy's been hot lately.
What, defense?
Yeah. Well, did you look up Borchard at all or not?
Hill?
Borchard. BOU. Or is he not on this one? He might not be on it. Or no, yeah, you should be.
Yeah. Bouchard. I think it's Bouchard.
Well, they have him not listed as playing, but FanDuel does. It looks like he'd been all right. Well, so it's the thing about him is he's really hit or miss. He's really good or or he does nothing. He gets double-digit stuff or he does nothing. But like
so like when you get the +2 rating, like
so wait. No. So he must have just came back from injury. Why is it so? SuperDraft said he's out, right? But he played 13 minutes last game, but he didn't do anything.
Where does it say he's out?
Isn't it? Or who's that? Never mind. That's somebody else. Okay.
Yeah, Bouchard, right?
Yeah. Bouchard or.
So what's the over under for the Minnesota Edmonton game?
Hold on. To Minnesota Edmonton. Where'd that one go? Come on, you can load. 6.5 goals.
Then I want players from this team there for sure.
Yeah.
From this game.
So,
what's the highest one?
What?
What's the highest game today over under?
Let me go back. So that's 6. So that one, and then Buffalo and the Blue. Whoever the Blue Jackets are is 6.5 too. Yeah, those both are 6.5, and the other 2 are 5.5. And there's no line on the Minnesota Edmonton game, so it's like a push. According to RotoWire. So you could play the Borchard guy, or what's the multiplier in Spurgeon at defense?
Spurge
for the defender.
I know. It jumps off,
Yeah.
He's probably a 1, yeah, because he's one of the best.
Yeah, he's been playing really well lately, but yeah, 1. He ain't even in the first line.
Yeah.
We ain't playing him. Play the other guy. Okay. Solve that issue.
Multiplier.
So, wait, Butcher was 2x, right?
This is gonna be a really risky team. You can pay
I like
off.
this team. I like this team so far. I don't know. I don't know much about it, but it looks good. But like the Kaprizov should not be 2x. Borchard probably shouldn't be 2x. Like half these guys shouldn't be 2x. Like the guys that are these high multipliers shouldn't be. Like something's broken.
Well, probably because they haven't been updating it. So take advantage.
Apparently we need to start playing more hockey.
Let's see if we hit tonight. Because last night, 26? Mine didn't even go through, so I obviously played it in a lineup where it had to fill.
So we need centers.
So
McDavid's 1x, right? Yeah. So McDavid's the highest. He's the most expensive one on FanDuel, at least. And he's been playing. God, he's been playing really good lately in that high scoring game. But he's a 1x. That's the only thing about him.
Who are we talking about?
McDavid. He's been playing really good, but he's a 1x.
Let's look up Sagoon.
Sagoon.
I think that's how you say his last name.
He does like random big games, but like he's not very consistent, it looks like.
I don't mind playing 1xers if they're gonna hit, that's it. They have to hit though.
So yeah, Sengun was like he's all over the place. Like he gets 30 FanDuel points or like nothing.
Pavelski, like I'm looking at some players from Dallas, obviously, if we're gonna have, Dallas goalie. I mean, it could be a low scoring game though.
Yeah.
Otherwise I'm fine with getting
I think FanDuel's got Pavelski at wing. Hold on. That's my dude, because he's from the next town. Okay, so
Pavelski, right?
Yeah. So 2 games ago he was really good, but like his minutes are down though lately.
Holy
too.
Shit. Yeah, 5 days ago he scored 2 power play goals on 5 shots and added a pair of assists. Woof.
Oh, that was on the 15th, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and then on the 25th he had 2 goals and 2 assists.
Yeah.
He has big games, but he's old now, so like they're not consistent anymore. When the games come.
And I think what's the over under on that game?
5.5, I think.
I mean, that's not bad. Like if something like that gets like 2 assists, 5 shots on goal or something like that,
Yeah.
That'd probably pay off. 1.55 is not bad.
Just trying to look.
Let's look at Mullet Man, Carlson.
Is Vanderson Eck doing stuff anymore? He's got the high multiplier, but Whoa. Is Eichel not in the first line no more? Well, no, they're both playing together. So they got Stevenson and Eichel both projected in the first line today. What? Centers kind of suck today. Who's this guy? Arizona's guy. Oh, he's probably terrible if he's on Arizona. He's not very good.
They used to be a good team.
He might have a high multiplier, though. What's the multiplier on Boyd? Like, he had some games earlier this year that were pretty good, but it's super inconsistent.
At center?
Apparently, he must not be on center.
Not here.
Maybe he's at wing there. He's on center on FanDuel, though.
All the snowmobiles are out today.
Yeah. Nice center kind of sucks today, honestly. And we don't have the Rangers in the Ottawa game. Who the heck's this guy? All these guys are super inconsistent.
I'm kind of liking your Pavelski call at 1.55. Let's see here. Erickson X, okay.
Yeah. All these guys suck. Who's this guy?
Nope.
Oh, he's in the 4th line. Why is there even 4 lines?
Gotta keep him healthy, or gotta keep him,
Like,
also you gotta have power play. And all.
How about this guy?
Gardner Minshew.
SCHMA. SCH. Just go with that. Schmaltz, is he on there?
What is
Apparently
he, a center? He's probably a wing.
Apparently not a center on here.
Yeah, he's a wing.
Yeah.
Shit, I mean, that's...
He had some other, like literally everybody that's listed as a center on FanDuel today is like super inconsistent. Is that Nugent Hopkins guy on center still? Didn't we play him one of those times?
I think so.
Is he a center or wing on there?
Not a center.
And you got to put see if you put, you might have to put Nugent first though. Remember like Caldwell Pope's like that?
Yeah, Hopkins is...
his multiplier is way higher now. So
he has had some good games.
yeah. Let's see. Got Erickson Eck. We got Ryan Hartman. Is Hartman listed at center too?
I feel like if you want to go kind of safe, this is a good safe play. Hopkins.
Yeah, it's just his multiplier so low, and like there's so many wings that have good multipliers too. Who is? Hold on. Let me look at some of these guys, see if there's anybody else too.
Look at the Dressado. Dressate. I don't know how you say it. Leon. Dressado.
That's how all the centers look today. Like, it's either good or bad.
You got a crown here. 1 assist, 2 blocks shots, and 2 what do we call it? Penalty infraction minutes.
Okay, let me find this guy. Usually the center position is the easiest one on hockey. You know what I mean? Lewis. Oh yeah, he's the second highest guy. He's somewhat he's more consistent than most of the other guys, at least. Let's put it that way.
That's horrible. He's probably just looking at the graph.
That's you know.
Well, yeah, I mean the graph is up and down, but that was like in the last month.
Yeah. So FanDuel points last game he had 12.8. He had 32 before that, 14.4. Then he had down game then 17.6, then down game then 23.7, then down game then 32, then a down game then 31, then 45. So 60% of the time he's pretty good.
60% of the time it works.
Hey, that's better than all these other guys. The other guys are like 50% of the time.
Yeah, can we throw him in there? I mean, it's the Minnesota.
Do it for now. Yeah, do it for now. We'll see. I'm gonna look up a couple other guys here real quick.
One of the higher scoring projected games, for today.
Yeah, this guy's super risky too. It's Bonino. Apparently, he's not a center.
Let's see. Like I like the Pavelski call.
You might just have to do him because there ain't nobody else worth the crap. Unless you're taking a chance. And you said Boyd was only at forward or wing, so we can't take a chance on him.
Yeah, it's too bad they don't have him like eligible for both, like basketball has.
Who is this Hayton? No, never mind. I'm not interested in him.
Yeah, these guys are terrible. Like we might just have to go with Pavelski just because.
Hold on. This guy any good? Nope. These guys suck.
Fuck yeah, they do. Really bad.
This guy any good? Nope. Like I literally just start looking up people that are listed on RotoWire as centers, and they look terrible.
Looks like the Stevenson guy.
So he was starting in place of Eichel, but Eichel's back now. But apparently they're both starting in the first line tonight, according to FanDuel.
Stevenson?
Yeah.
He just came off of COVID like 13 days ago, it looks like.
Yeah. Well, he was playing, and then Eichel came back. And then, I don't know. All these guys suck.
Yeah, another thing I just kind of been looking here is like the fantasy points per game, and then they add the multiplier to it, so you can kind of see where they're at. So it kind of helps a little bit too, but at the same time, not really.
Yeah.
What about Hurdle?
Where's Hurdle? Hold on. Let me see how you spell this. Thomas Hurdle, that's a basketball player. He plays on the freaking French team.
Well, now he's a hockey player.
I'm not even kidding.
It looks like he had a good game here against the Canucks.
He had a couple of good games. He's another one of those hit or miss guys. What's his multiplier? Hey, 1.7. Just play him. Just play him. I don't care anymore.
It's like either him or Pavelski, pretty much. You know, like they're Pavelski's 1.55.
Yeah. At least he's getting more menace than Pavelski, at least. Slightly.
Fuck it.
Who's he play against tonight?
Vegas. But they're at home. They're at home against Vegas.
Let's see if he's played Vegas.
For the Sharks. I'd assume so.
I don't know. I don't see no Vegas here on the FanDuel, but I think he's back so far too.
Man, I'm tired. We stayed up. My girl and I stayed up 3 a.m. painting.
Ronald says, no, that's the worst guy to play. Ronald, all these centers tonight look like this. Literally every one of the centers tonight look like this.
Why is he the worst guy? You can't look at that graphic. It's like it's old.
Yeah, just play him. I mean, they're going against a goalie who it's his first game back too, so maybe that helps them out. I don't know.
Knights are probably projected to win this game.
Let me see.
Well, they have a better winning record.
Let me go up. They are minus 165, so slightly above slate favorites.
The Knights are.
Yep.
Oh, that's a good one.
Just play him. I don't care.
I mean, the Stars are playing against the Yotes, who are like terrible.
Yeah. I don't care. Play Pavelski then.
At least he's your hometown hero, right?
Yeah. They usually
kind of from the next town over.
Yep. Yeah, play him anyways. They're playing the crappy team, right?
Yeah, screw it.
So yeah, whatever. He's gonna get the assist, and Robertson's gonna get the goal. That's the way we play it.
Let me screenshot this just in case, it probably filled, so there's on one spot left. But let me just screenshot it.
That's the guy right there. There you go, Joey P. I wonder how many more years of hockey he's gonna play, because he's like 36, 37.
It's all right. His sign next to your town over, it will always be there.
He'll be 38 in July.
He's gonna kill the whole thing. What do you mean, in a bad way or in a good way? Better kill it in a good way. Oh, Leon. He said get Leon D out of there.
He's the best.
Right. Ronald, who should we put in there then? If you don't think he's good. Well, I want to know why you didn't like him. Just because this.
The zigzag. That's how all the okay. So he hits about 60% of the time. Most of the other centers hit tonight like 40% to 50% of the time.
Like, what about McDavid?
That's the other guy. Yeah, 50% chance. Well, they're all about 50% chance tonight.
What do you think about McDavid?
I think McDavid had more upside. They're both on the same team, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Play McDavid.
There.
Do it.
All right, Ronald. What do you think about that?
He said, "Look at old man." He said, "Look at old man O'Brien." Who's O'Brien?
O'Brien.
Oh, he's on the crappy team though.
The Yotes. And we're playing the Stars goalie.
We ain't playing him.
Oh no, we're playing
No, we ain't playing that O'Brien guy.
Oh. Yeah.
Sorry, Ronald.
He said smash that.
He is due. I don't think it's this game.
You can't play him against our goalie. Like if he hits, I mean,
2x you just need him to get 1 goal technically,
that's true, but
but I'm not even sure you can do that.
all right, let's go back to February 2nd, I guess. Like, this is the
That's one.
stuff that scares me. 0.25, 1.75, 0.5, 0.25,
Dude
0.5,
doesn't play.
0.25, yeah, yuck. He's due.
Yeah.
Definitely due.
He's been putting up about as good as stats as me.
Yeah.
And I ain't even playing.
Oh, 1 shot on goal. That's dope. Crushed it. How many minutes is he getting?
I can look. Let me look. Is he actually count on center here?
Yeah.
No, I mean on FanDuel. Hold on. He's $3,100. So 10 minutes, 7, 9, 10, 11, 12, 10, 9, 5, 8, 9, 9, 7, 11. If he's lucky, he gets 10 minutes.
Yeah, that's why
he's literally in the 4th line.
That's why we played this. It's a little more safe than them.
So he don't play.
It's still shitty. Like, I mean, David still seems like a shit play.
Did you look at? I don't even know how to say that. Again, for the record, I have 0 idea who these people. This is the guy he's talking about.
How do you spell that? Are you just making up names now?
Maybe he might be. Let me see if this is a real dude.
Couture. What about Logan Couture?
Who? I looked at him. There's something I didn't like about him. I don't remember what it was though.
How do you spell that shit that Ronald's got?
Oh, he is a real guy. He's literally done nothing the past 2 games. He had 1 shot before that. Yeah, he had an assist 1 game, like 5 games. That was in the dude. Whoa, hold on. This dude hasn't played since the 11th of January.
Oh,
Liechtenstein.
Leschishin.
He hasn't played since January 11th. And then before that, it was December 28th. And before that, it was Thanksgiving.
Yeah. That's not good.
He had 1 good game against Vancouver back in November.
So I mean, I don't know why we don't play an Edmonton guy, just because it's 6.5.
Play McDavid then, I guess.
I mean, we could play Eriksson Ek, but then we'd have 3 wild cards.
Play McDavid. We'll just do it. Good enough.
Good enough.
Yep. That's what we're rolling with.
Says David's guy.
Man, wrong person.
Convinced. David goes.
I'm so convinced.
Wrong person. So I guess that's what we're gonna try. I mean, we're gonna roll with this and see how it rolls out.
Is that Liechtenstein? Is this the 1 game a month he plays? Do we know that?
It goes off.
He didn't even go off. He just played it like the last 2 games. He's had 0 points and he played 10 minutes and they've been a month apart.
Contest is full, so I'll fill one out later. But yeah, we can get out of here.
It looks all right. Roll with it. That's the winner right there, apparently.
That is the winner. So I guess we can get out of here. You know, we're gonna be back in tomorrow.
I knew we were gonna talk about so much about hockey tonight.
Oh. So old man O'Brien is who? Yeah.
I just remember
Easy
this.
math. What if? Yeah.
One has a 2x multiplier. One has a 1x multiplier. They're easy, but I mean, the one guy's averaging 2 points a game if he's lucky, and the other guy's averaging 8. So there's the easy math right there.
Let's see. Is there anything going? Do they have anything up yet for tomorrow?
Nope.
Huh. They should. I feel like after the contest has started.
It's usually later in the afternoon or early evening by the time they get up most of the time. It's probably just hockey tomorrow anyway, so.
Huh. They don't have anything on here anymore? Main page?
It's all empty.
That's the featured page. Interesting. Anyways, let's get out of here. I'm sure it's going to be hockey tomorrow. I mean,
there ain't nothing else going on tomorrow. Yeah. I don't think there's anything else. Ooh, Eric Amarillo in the champion spot, 1.9%.
Damn.
Ricky Stenhouse, 3.8%. Chris Boucher, 2.5%. Man, if he wins. Denny Hamlin is 42.1% in the regular spot. Gregson is 10%, apparently. I'm just looking because I'm curious. Let's see what Hamlin
is going on with this. They ain't even showing like.
Hamlin in the champion spot is 28%. In the regular spot, he's 42%. So 70% of the lineups have Denny Hamlin tonight. So if he crashes like real early, it doesn't really matter. Let's see. Joey Logano is 42% in the regular spot. Amarola is 12.6% in the regular spot. And Austin Dillon is 32.6%. Let's see what the last one is. Ooh, Corey LaJoy in the champion spot, 0.08%. Which I'm pretty sure is just like you, me, and probably like David.
Who was it? Which one?
Corey LaJoy.
Hell yeah. That means if it hits, it's going to be sick.
Kevin Harvick actually came in at 21%. That's a lot higher than I thought he'd be. Because I liked him to be out, a little pivot off like Byron and all them other guys. But 21% is still pretty high.
No, I'm actually stoked. It should be interesting to see what happens today in NASCAR, and then I'm gonna get my lineup in for hockey, and then
all I gotta say is if Corey LaJoy wins, we're sitting pretty.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody else played him as a champion.
Either we're stupid or really, really smart.
Geniuses. I mean, he's got 3 top 10 finishes in the last 5 years, so it's not like he's a bad champion.
We're talking about NASCAR because the NASCAR, the SuperDraft Pro contest. Yeah. So O'Brien
is at 0%.
Yeah.
Probably.
Unless we pick him, but we're not.
I guarantee that left skin guy, I guarantee he's at 0%. Since he hasn't played in 2 months.
All right. We'll be back tomorrow. Just be on the lookout, obviously, and have your notifications on so you know when the show comes up. Ronald coming in late.
How dare you?
But anyways, yeah, we'll be back tomorrow. Like always, we're gonna be doing this a reoccurring show because this show legit is here to help y'all. We want to help everybody out. I mean, that's what this show's for. Even if we don't get a shit ton of viewers or whatever like that, the hopes that eventually that we do get a bunch of viewers because we have been hitting and we have been winning. And like I said, we're here basically to help y'all learn SuperDraft, y'all learn new sports to play, and we're learning and earning. That's all that matters. That's all that matters. So what's up, Craig? You got anything to tell him before we get out of here? Oh shit! Sure. What's going on in the comment section? Chit chat back and forth.
Yeah.
Dressado, is that what? Oh,
that was the one guy we looked at. That the other Edmonton guy.
On YouTube. Oh, he said they did not give me a notification. I saw it on my YouTube. Didn't pop me up. Yeah. Oh, probably because football's not in the title. Yeah, probably. SuperDraft is in the title. That's what you gotta.
Yep. But
or DFS. DFS is in the title. So DFS, I have in all the titles. So yeah. Anyways, yeah, tell them where to find you at. I mean, this is we're trying to get people in here following us, people doing this and that and whatever. But
yep. So on Twitter at Coach Craig Sport. Not too much going on right now. I usually put up prize picks there, but there's no NBA, so haven't been doing too much prize picks. I did a little bit of golf prize picks, made a little bit of money there, but I didn't do it today. And then on
definitely harder holes locations today, which makes it
the greens in regulation. I had the over on Hovland yesterday. He had 16 greens in regulation yesterday. That's ridiculous. That's all but 2. But you can find me on YouTube at Coach Craig Sports. Once again, there's no basketball till Thursday. I'll probably make a video about something, but I don't know what yet.
Well, prize picks. Like I said, we're gonna have to start having you do a little prize pick stuff too. So if you want to do that, let me know. I'll get a graphic and stuff going for that, so you at least have prize pick graphic.
Yeah, there's not too much going until we get some basketball back, because I ain't doing no hockey prize picks. People make money off that, but I don't know who's going to get 3 shots in a game. I couldn't tell you that. Saved my life.
Well, like I said, we're all learning. The goal here is to eventually get some, pros or people who know more of the sport than we do, like on the show too. Like you said, you had some friends that wanted to maybe come on, and I want to get Austin on to talk a little hockey, and I think we got somebody else that came on, hit me up on Twitter a little bit ago to talk about golf. So. And he seems like somebody who knows his shit about golf. So I'll probably see if he wants to come on and talk. But yeah, that's the goal. Get some people in here, get some guests in here, get the chit chat camaraderie going, and then eventually build. That's what we want to do, right?
Yep. But once again, you can always check out Coach Craig Sports on patreon.com. You can check out Coach Craig Sports on the Stacks app. Heck, I don't even talk about this very often, but if you go to ViridianGlobal.com, you can get Coach Craig Sports apparel, this. I got a sweatshirt around here somewhere too. You can get a beanie. You can get a lot of different things. Long sleeve shirt, short sleeve shirt. You can get women's shirts even.
Oh, you want for your lady friend? Yeah, we're going to start doing a bunch of stuff too for the brands. So be on the lookout for that. And you got to send me your information too, so we can get all your stuff put in, in the comments, or not the comments, but the list section below. Yeah, description. But yeah, I want to have your stuff in here too. This is our show, so appreciate you guys being here. You guys know where to find me at everywhere at JC Money Design. Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. I don't know if it's on Facebook, but you can find me there somehow. But yeah, Sleeper. If you want to add me on Sleeper, that's cool too. I don't mind. We're gonna be doing some of our own contests. We still need to fill up our contests. For the listener league, we want to get it filled before Thursday and actually be drafting, and be done before Thursday or Friday would be sick. But we got 5 people in. We want to get more in. So I think Ronald said he would get in if he would be the last guy to get in. So good to do some talking and some chatting and get some people in here by then. So be on the lookout for that. It's gonna be a lot of fun. We're gonna be doing a jersey giveaway for that too, to the winner. So a lot of things coming. So just be on the lookout. Be vigilant. Be around. Be involved, because things are gonna be coming. Things are gonna be happening.
Yep.
Make sure you get subbed up on SuperDraft. So it's a lot of fun. I mean, if you don't want to pay the subscription and at least get on the free and fun, like we're gonna be doing some contests in there too, our own contests. So you want to be playing along with us. So you can find out about our contests and stuff like that. So get in, get subbed up. Even if you want to play for free, at least try it out and see how it is. We want to get people in playing.
Or even if you go for the $20, that's less than $1 a day.
Ronald says, "Go Sixers!" Yeah, for sure. If you get in on the 100, it's $3.33 a day, and you get 9 plays now, right? So,
well, you get. I think you still get 3, because the league gets 3 per contest.
No, I'm saying if you get in the elite contest. So if you get in the elite, playing 9. But yeah, if you get in
if you just get in the $20 one, that's less than $1 a day. You can easily win your money back in one contest.
Mm-hmm. So I mean, we wanted to want to get people playing, and if you're worried about spending the money, at least get in, play free and fun. That's all that matters. Just
try it out, learn.
Yep, try it out and learn, and you can always bump up if you want to earn more money. But like I said, we'll be here tomorrow. Appreciate you guys always following. Appreciate you guys always being here. And Ronald says, "Go Sixers."
Well, I think we only got one Sixer we can cheer for today, and that's Joel Embiid. But I will cheer for Joel Embiid all the time because he's a Kansas boy. So
hell yeah, go Kansas!
Won you last night again too. So
hell yeah,
probably should have won by more, but
so I appreciate you, brother. You know I always appreciate you for everything you do for the show. So and appreciate everyone that's been here. It's a great community that we're gonna be building. So thank you. Oh, we got some comments before we leave, and then we'll get out of here. I always like having everyone get there. He said he's the best Sixer.
He is the best Sixer.
Yeah. David said if you average $10 a day, it's a $200 profit per month. Yep.
Correct.
All right, y'all. See you tomorrow.
Pushing forward, coast to coast, state to state, city to city, Floyd Dilly like the late great Biggie. Baby.
Life ain't sweet, if you know what I mean. Try to go legit and follow my dreams. Life ain't sweet, if you know what I mean. Try to go legit and follow my dreams. Life ain't sweet, if you know what I mean. Try to go legit and follow my dreams. Life ain't sweet, if you know what I mean. Try to go legit and follow my dreams.